Last night we had a great time at the Hartford Fair watching the tough trucks, and we're going to be shaving today with the Mitchell's Wolfat. See a little bit about both on the Safety Cat YouTube channel. Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel where we're going to share another shave, which is brought to us by Mitchell's Wolfat. We'll be also using one of my favorite razors, and if you've been an OG to the channel, you know I've got a goodly number of these. This is a class Tornbloom 5/8 shoulderless grind. Sometimes people call this a rattle grind. It's a bit of a tapered blade, very, very hard Swedish steel, and big fun. I like these razors a lot when they're honed up properly. They give unparalleled shave. Problem is sometimes getting it that way. Our brush today is what I call the El Cheapo del Grande Especial. It's a 50-cent boar brush I picked up at Sally. I later found out that I think it's a not Edwin Yeager. Oh, another just drugstore brand. One that gets included in a kit. It was just separated and it was in a bargain basket next to the cash register, and I picked it up. And it's been with me for quite a while. I'm doing a pretty good job. Can't hardly go wrong with that kind of stuff. We had a wonderful night last night at the county fair. County where I live at. Yeah, it's coming into autumn. Kids are getting ready to go back to school. And the first big fair of the year is called the Hartford Fair. We don't have a specifically named county fair anymore since I guess it's been 1933 when they stopped doing that. The fairgrounds that used to serve our county has turned into a state park. So they stopped having the fair there and started doing the county fair at the Hartford Fair. Well, he ran concurrently for a while. Anyway, one of my favorite events of the fair is what they call the Tough Truck Contest. And it's probably a typical rural thing where guys get their old beat up farm trucks and drive it around in the dirt in the infield of the grandstand. And it's a wonderful thing, and you get all kinds of jalopies and purpose-built vehicles for that. Some folks put a lot of time and money into that. They're race rigs. Met a couple of new friends sitting in the grandstands, because to give you an idea how popular the event is, the event starts off at 7:30 in the evening, and people are getting into the stands at 6 o'clock. Wife and I were there getting our spot and had to kind of jockey a little bit to get a good find a place to light. And so people are in the stands enjoying fair food, because food is pretty much the primary thing for county fairs here. You have fair food of all sorts. I was introduced to a new item this year called a brisket sundae. A wonderful carnivorous experience. You get mashed potatoes taken the place of the ice cream, and then smoked brisket and gravy for the chocolate sauce. It was, sure, yeah, I'm probably gonna have a heart attack tomorrow, but it was a wonderful, wonderful thing. I don't know if that's a trend or anything, but it was at the booth that we stopped at to get our progressive grazing. We buy an item at one food venue, then eat that, and then move on to another one and eat something there, and then get our strawberry lemonade, and then street corn. That's all the stuff that you eat at a street fair. Oh, it was great. There are 158 entries into this rough truck. My bottom and back couldn't stand that long, so we stayed for about the first 50 or 60 people, and then came on home. Got home close to midnight, but it was if I can figure out how to picture in the picture, you have seen or will see a little excerpt of what we saw. It was marvelous. I prefer watching the home gamers, with their old beat up trucks just barely making it around the course. Probably more true to the origins of the game. But there were some spectacular runs, and some guys even got some air. There's some jumps and the earthen track. There wasn't quite so many bumps as usual. A lot of times they have little jumps where the folks who take it more seriously will get speed and get some air on those things. And then they land and they crash and pieces fall off. That's a lot of fun too. Didn't see as much of that this year. Well, we were there, just the entries we watched. There wasn't but a few that had to be front loaded off. But there were a few guys, kind of limping off. That was great. If you ever get a chance to see a tough truck contest, that's one thing I think you'll probably get a kick out of. I'm sure it's a uniquely American sport. Because, we love our trucks and cars. CBL Lindsay's Hazel. Which Hazel? And then our aftershave today, because Mitchell's doesn't have much of a fragrance of its own. So I like Proraso, so that's what we're using today. Which is good, because that'll match the match the talc I have in my bowl here. Now I did post a collection of runs earlier today on my YouTube channel, just entitled Hartford Fair Rough Truck, I think. And yeah, 15 minutes of what we experience to get kind of a flavor for what that's like. I encourage you to see that. It's kind of big fun. And while you're at it, I'm sure you'll be watching this video too. I'm Major Rich, and you find me at theshavingcodger.com. If you made it this far, leave a like and you can even subscribe if you're so inclined. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.